Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first of the feature class finals at the Dash for Cash social meeting at Ipswich Kart Club. This is Cadet 12's, the final. And look who's made his way to the front row. As expected, it is the flying number 26 of Ethan Feather. Alongside him, birthday boy for next week, Jack Wells, all the way from Ormo. And he will be giving it all he's got. And we'll just let them all bring it back and get them all into formation as they come through the flip-flop and bring it all together. So, Feather off the front with Wells. Second row, that looks to me like Childs and Scott. Third row, Taylor with that man Griffin. This could be one very, very interesting race indeed. It is a very big field. Platten's in there, James is in there, Madison Feather, Suffolk's on there, Watson there, Dominic Attard's there, Braith Santin, Riley Hotter, Sean Jakes, Connor Peacock, Ensby, Silcock, Gardner, Poynton, Vidler, Bowen, Martin, Gavoni. As they go down to DTE, heading onto the back straight, all into formation, past the formation line as they go. Feather and Wells, Childs and Scott, Taylor and Griffin, Platten and James. This could be a belter. We've got Scotty Howard over there to slow them down. This will be as pedestrian as we can make it. And then we'll get a very, very clean race. Alrighty, lights are off. Do we go? Green light racing. Oh, there's hands in the air. We'll have one more slow formation lap. As if by means of a drive-by for the grandstand. That was your first chance of seeing them go past nice and slowly. After this, there is going to be 8 laps of absolute madness. Through they come then to the flip-flop. Short course this time. Feather looking very relaxed, as is Jack Wells. Wellsy, what will he do from there? He's got a good line into turn 1. Childs has been there or thereabouts all day long, as has Scott. The fancied Griffin is right up there. Lincoln Taylor, he has really lit this class up since he's been in it. Into 12 they go. Marshals are separating them out. We've got clean lines, we've got good lines, we've got slow lines, and we've got Feather, and we've got Wellsy, and we've got green light racing. Yes, we have. Who will get the whole shot? Will Wellsy get it? No, Feather. Feather goes through, and they've all gone through fairly cleanly. What a start. Feather then it is, through the flip-flop from Wellsy. Childs went through, and then it's Griffin. He's demoted. Oh, one's gone round at the back. Oh, and he's parked it on the curb. It won't move. On we continue then. That's Jordan Ensby. I think that's Ensby's parked, is it? Maybe not. We'll see. On we continue. Oh, it's not the 22. It's the 62. Sorry. My bad. Small numbers. Bad eyesight. On we go into Howard's. And then they come through to 12 and look at Feather. Will he have it all his own way this time? Through 12, on to 13 they come. And it is still Feather out front from Wells, from Childs, from Griffin. Oh, and Scott's got Lincoln Taylor. Taylor's gone through, yes he has. Scott went up one. Taylor, sorry, went past Jacob Scott as they all come through the flip-flop. Oh, streamed through there, nice and cleanly this time. All in single file. So, up to Patrice as they go. Oh, and up the inside goes Childs and Wells. Childs up one. Wells has got side by side though. He's going to try the cutback. Watch for the cutback down the back straight. Down he goes. Now he'll just breeze along the side. He does exactly that. Back to second. Oh, and I think Childs might get duffed up. He's now side by side with Griffin. Oh, Griffin touched. That's put Griffin back. He's gone back 4 kart lengths. Scott might get him. Will he get him? We will see when they come round. Dominic Attard's up to 10th. He's on the back of that pack. Feather, Wells, Childs, Griffin, Taylor, Scott, James, Platten, Suffolk, and then Attard right with them all. Through they come, through the speed bowl. And look at this huge battle behind. Feathers away with it. Up the inside of Taylor goes Scott again. And James has gone as well. But he's gone back on the inside. Taylor, what a move from Taylor. Goes back straight up the inside. He is taking none of it. Down they go through Howards. I think it's all changed yet again. Can't tell from 4th back who's going to be there. Oh, one's on the grass. I think that's Platten. Through they go then. And it is Feather, Wells, Childs, Griffin, Taylor, James, Scott, Suffolk. Attard's up to 9th. Through they come, through the flip-flop. All single file. Dashing Dominic Attard's in the thick of it. He's got Watson right behind him. On he goes. He's got Suffolk just in front. The flying Kai Suffolk is right up there too. Behind them, it's Madison Feather. Then it's Ensby. Then Hotter, Gavoni, Santin. Gardner's up to 16th. And then it's Jakes in 17th. Then Bowen and Vidler. As the leaders are already down into Howard's. Behind Vidler, it is Peacock, James, Silcock, Martin, Poynton. And Lachlan Platten was the one that went off. On we continue with Feather. Look at the lead he's got over Wells and then Childs. Look at this battle behind. That is absolutely on. Feather's gone through. Wells and Childs gone through. And then Taylor right behind. Griffin have gone through. But look at this. It is on for young and old behind them. With Taylor right there behind Griffin, but Scott has got James, Suffolk, oh, Watson up the inside of Attard, but Attard's trying to fight back. Down they go into DTE, nothing between them all. Now he's got the run down the back straight, but Watson, look at Attard up the inside, is he? Not quite, but right behind him, Watson, Feather, Ensby's there as the leader onto the 5th lap. The flying Ethan Feather, absolutely ragging that thing to death. Through 1 and 2, on to 3 now, and back towards us. Feather, Childs, Wells, Taylor, Griffin, Scott, James, Suffolk, Watson, Attard, Ensby, Feather, Otter, Gavoni, Gardner, Santin, Bowen, Jakes, Vidler, Peacock on the back of them. And then it's James in clear air before Silcock and Martin. On we continue down to DTE, they've gone. This will be the 6th lap completed, and Childs has got past Wells. Childs, but Wells up the inside again. Yes, he does. Goes back to 2nd. Jack Wells doing his best to hold on to 2nd spot from Childs. Over the line goes Feather, and then this battle. Wells looks over the right shoulder. Still he does. Still it's on through the kink. It is Feather, Wells, Childs, Taylor, Griffin, then Scott, James, Suffolk, Watson. Feather's holding out the 10. Madison Feather holding her own in 10th. Just in front of Ensby and Attard. On we continue. This will be 1 lap after this as they all look over the shoulder as they go through Patrice's into DTE. Down the back straight they go. Wells now, can he keep Childs behind him? Feathers away with it, but Childs breezes up the inside. Back to 2nd. Jack Childs from Jack Wells. Now they're going to do it for 1 more lap. Over the line they all stream. 2 2 more laps in fact. I make that 7 and I can't see a white flag. On we go. We'll watch it as they come round. Still can't see the white flag, so let's go with it. 7 laps completed. Feather out front. Up towards Patrice's. Then it's still Childs and Wells locked together as they go down towards DTE. Childs just giving him the hurry up to go up to Feather, but Feather's away with it. That's not going to fool Jack Wells. Jack Wells is going to have a run up the inside. Wells back to second. Holds it there. Does he keep it? Yes, he does. Still, I'm looking for flags. I make that 8 or 9 laps, I don't know. On we continue. Still Wells holding on to second. Feather, though, comes through into the flip-flop. Through he goes. Then Wells and Childs lock together. And then Taylor's up to 4th in hot pursuit with Griffin right behind him. Round they come. Back towards us. Up into Patrice's. It's still on. Down they go to DTE. Wells is still in that battle. He cannot shake Childs. Childs is doing everything. Into Howard's. On to 12. Over the line comes Ethan Feather. I make that 9 laps. How many? We're back with it. 10 laps done. Feather out front still. On towards Patrice's he goes. Through Patrice's. And now still Wells holding on from Childs. He looks over his shoulder longingly into the eyes of Jack Childs. He's going to hold on from there, I'm sure. Up they go down the back straight. Still it's Feather from Wells. From Childs into Howard they go. Behind them, Lincoln Taylor is in hot pursuit, but behind Taylor, Griffin, Scott and Watson. Has Scott gone through on Griffin? I think he did. I think Scott's gone through. He did go through on Griffin. Griffin back 1. And Watson's right there with it, but Griffin goes through back again. Takes that spot back. Through has gone the leader. Still we're on. Through the flip-flop, they all stream, and look at this 3-way. And now Griffin has broken the toe of Watson. On he continues. Through the speed bowl they go. Back up towards us. Childs through on Wells. But Wells is trying the cutback yet again. Now he might have it on the back straight. Now will he just breeze past him? Down the back straight, yes he does. Wells back to second. Into Howard's they go. Here comes Feather over the line to complete another lap. Through he goes. Over the line goes Childs back in front of Wells again now. That is just changing corner after corner. Through they come then. Feather. Into the flip-flop comes Childs, Wells, Taylor, Watson, Griffin, Scott, James, Feather. And then Suffolk and Ensby right with her. And then it's Atard, Hotter. Behind that, it's Gavoni and Santin. Behind them, Vidler, Bowen, Gardner, Jakes, Peacock, James, Silcock and Silcock. Then Martin and Poynton at 25th at the moment. As we go back with the leader, Ethan Feather. 12 laps completed. Through 12, on to 13 he goes. Still Feather. Big lead for Ethan Feather. Through the kink, on to 2, and it looks like Childs. He may well have broken the toe of Jack Wells. Through goes Feather. Then we'll follow this pair. Childs. Right there with him is Jack Wells. Through they've gone. Through Crane Hotline. It's still as you were. Feather, Childs, Wells, Taylor, Watson, Griffin, Scott, James, Feather. Ensby's in the 10. Ensby's up to 10. Suffolk and Attard just behind as they all go down towards DTE. 14 laps will be after this one. Feather, through he comes. White flag is being waved this time. He starts his last lap. Through he goes, the flying Ethan Feather in the 26 kart. And Jack Wells is still not giving up. Wells and Childs still at it. Through goes Feather. And now this pair absolutely locked together still, as are Watson and Taylor. Watson's got past Taylor. Griffin and Scott and James are all locked together. Back we come through the speed bowl. Will Wells get second? Can he? Oh, he had a look. He moved, but the door was shut. Down to DTE for the last time. Onto the back straight they go. And we'll follow Feather as he comes through into Howardson 12 for the last time. And your winner, Cadet 12, final 26, Ethan Feather. Second, who will it be? It is the number 99, Jack Childs. Third, Jack Wells. Fourth, Watson. Fifth, Taylor. Sixth, Griffin. Seventh, Scott. 8, James. 9th, Feather. 10th, Ensby. 11th, Suffolk. 12th, Attard. 13th was Gavoni. 14th, Hotter. 15th, Santon. Then it's Bowen, Vidler, Gardner, Jakes. Peacock rounds out the 20. And then it's James, Martin, Silcock and Silcock, followed by Poynton. Lachlan Platten, unfortunately, DNF'd. And that cart's just being pushed off now. And Austin Thompson retired.